$67,000. Gone. That's what one electric car cost its owner in just 4 years. Not in a crash, not in a flood, but sitting in the garage doing absolutely nothing wrong, quietly losing the price of a second car while he slept. A Jaguar I-Pace that cost $185,000 brand new, worth about $118,000 today. And here's the part that should really stop you cold, because it's the part nobody at the dealership mentions. That $67,000 isn't even the scary number. The scary number is the battery, because when one of these lets go out of warranty, it can cost more to replace than the whole car is now worth. So you don't just lose half your money on the way down, you can hit a repair bill that writes the thing off completely. So today I'm going to walk you through 8 electric cars in this country that are bleeding value right now, the ones losing half their money in a few short years, and more importantly, the battery and repair bills waiting at the bottom of that hill. Because a cheap used electric vehicle is only cheap until the day it isn't. Greg here, 53, no sponsor, no dealer mate, no badge I'm sticking up for. And before anyone fires up the comments, no, I'm not here to tell you electric cars are evil. Some of them, bought right, are a genuinely smart buy, and I'll show you exactly which ones at the end. What I'm here to do is stop you handing over money for the wrong one at the wrong time. Let's get into it. First, let me arm you, because once you understand why these things lose money, you can spot a bad one yourself. 4 things destroy a used electric vehicle's value, and they all come back to the same lump under the floor, the battery. 1, the warranty cliff. Most electric vehicle batteries are covered for about 8 years. Sounds great, until you're buying a used one that's 6 years in, and you're now staring down the back half of that battery's life with the safety net about to disappear. The closer to that cliff, the more the price falls, because nobody wants to be the one holding it when the warranty runs out. 2, the replacement maths, and this is the brutal one. When a battery does need doing, you're not talking a few $100. On a Nissan Leaf in this country, a replacement battery runs anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000. Think about that against what an old Leaf is actually worth. The repair can cost more than the car. That's not a car anymore. That's a paperweight with Rego. 3, obsolescence. An electric car is as much a computer as it is a vehicle, and computers date fast. The one bought 3 years ago has less range, slower charging, and older software than the one in the showroom today, and the market knows it, so it pays less for yours. And 4, the orphan problem. When a maker pulls the plug on a model, you're left holding something with no future, patchy parts, and a dealer who'd rather you went away. Keep that one in your head, because my number 1 is the textbook case of it. Right? The 8, counting up to the worst. Number 8, the BYD Atto 3. Now, in fairness, this is one of the milder ones on the list, and it's here because so many of you are looking at them. They've dropped around 39%, and the reason is simple. BYD keeps making the new ones cheaper, so the used ones have to chase the price down. It's not a bad car. Just understand that a used one isn't the bargain it looks like, because next year's new one will undercut it again. Buy it, knowing the value keeps sliding under you. Number 7, the Tesla Model 3 and the Model Y. And I'm going to do something here you won't expect. I'm going to half defend these. Yes, they've shed a lot. A used Model Y is going for around half of what it cost new. But here's the honest truth. that steep drop already happened. So a 2 or 3 year old Model 3 or Y, still in its battery warranty, is actually one of the smarter used electric buys out there right now, because someone else already ate the worst of the depreciation for you. The mistake isn't buying one. The mistake is buying a brand new one and being the bloke who takes that first brutal hit yourself. Number 6, the MG ZS EV. One of the early cheap electric cars to land here, and the early ones are the problem. Thin demand on the used market, and real question marks over the battery on those first models. The very thing you can't see and can't cheaply fix. The newer ones are better, but an early, high kilometre ZS EV is a gamble on the one component that can write the car off. Cheap to buy, potentially very expensive to keep. Number 5, the Nissan Leaf, the granddaddy of the used EV bargain and the granddaddy of the used EV trap. Here's the specific problem the Leaf has that a lot of others don't. Its battery is air-cooled, not liquid-cooled, which in our climate means it can degrade faster, especially up north. And we already did the maths. A replacement is $8,000 to $15,000 on a car that might be worth less than that. A good one, checked properly, can be a cheap little runabout. A bad one is a very expensive lesson in why you check the battery first. Number 4, the luxury German electric SUVs, your Audi e-trons, your Mercedes EQCs. These followed the Jaguar straight off the cliff. Cars that cost well over 100 grand new have, in some cases, almost halved in 4 or 5 years. And the kicker is the same as any luxury European car, just worse. When something electronic or electrical goes wrong out of warranty, the bill is enormous. And now you've got high voltage complexity on top. Beautiful things. Financial quicksand. Number 3, the Polestar 2. A genuinely lovely car to drive, I will give it that. But it's depreciating hard, and there's a nervousness in the used market about the brand itself, how long it will be here, how the parts and support will hold up. And that nervousness is exactly what drags resale down. When buyers are not sure a brand will be around to look after the car, they pay less or they walk. Either way, you wear it when you sell. Number 2, the Tesla Model S. The car that, for a while, was the future. And now it's one of the worst depreciating cars of any kind. Overseas data has it shedding around 65% of its value over 5 years, among the very worst of anything on the road. Why so brutal? Because it combines the two worst things for resale: a high-end luxury car and a piece of fast-moving consumer electronics. And Tesla's now winding down production of it altogether, which is the orphan problem starting to creep in. An out-of-warranty Model S with a battery or drive unit issue can cost you more than the car will ever be worth again. And number 1, the car this whole video started with, the Jaguar I-Pace. This is the most savage depreciation story in the business, and I don't say that lightly. Around 72% of its value, gone in 5 years. Here in Australia, they sold 35 of them brand new in 2023 and 11 in 2024. That makes them rarer on our roads than a Rolls-Royce, and not in a good way. Jaguar has now discontinued the thing entirely. It's been recalled over a high voltage battery that could overheat and catch fire. and it's reckoned to cost over $17,000 to maintain across its first 10 years, thousands more than the average luxury SUV. So you've got savage depreciation, an orphaned model, a fire risk recall, and brutal running costs all in one car. If you ever wanted a single example of everything that can go wrong with a used electric car, it's this one. Walk away. Run, actually. Now, I promised you a fair go, and I meant it. So listen to this part because it's the most useful bit. Electric cars are not the villain here. The villain is buying the wrong one, at the wrong moment, without checking the one thing that matters. Bought properly, a 2 or 3 year old, in warranty, mainstream EV like a Model 3, or a cheap newer MG for running around town, they can be a genuinely smart bit of kit, precisely because the first owner already took the big hit for you. The technology isn't the problem. The problem is paying brand new money for something that's obsolete in 3 years, or buying an out of warranty one without knowing what's left in the battery. So here's how you buy a used electric car without getting burned. 4 things. 1, demand the battery health report. Every one of these can tell you its battery's state of health. If the seller won't show you, that's your answer. Walk away. 2, buy one that's still inside its battery warranty, with years left, not months. 3, never buy a discontinued, orphaned model. You want a car the maker is still building and still supporting. And 4, before you sign, find out what a replacement battery actually costs for that exact car. And ask yourself, if it failed the day after I bought it, would the repair be worth more than the car? If the answer's yes, it's not a bargain. It's a gamble. Do those 4 and you'll get the genuine upside of a cheap used EV without the trap. Skip them, and you could be the next bloke sitting on a 100 grand Jaguar worth 30, with a battery bill that finishes the job. That's the lot. And here's the line to take with you. An electric car is only cheap if the battery outlives the loan. Check the battery, not the badge, and never, ever pay new car money for tech that the showroom will make obsolete before you've finished paying it off. Now I want it from you, because plenty of you have skin in this game. If you own an electric car, what did you pay? And what's it worth now? And has anyone out there actually copped one of these battery bills? Tell me the story, because that's the realest data there is. And if you reckon I've been too hard on one of these or too soft, make the case in the comments. Look after each other out there.